This video is being sponsored by my executive producer Didrik. Thank you very much for sponsoring this video. Without you, this would not have been possible. And if you want to be just like him, an executive producer, check out the first link in the description down below, because this one will lead you to my Patreon page. Let's kick it off with the video. Yes, everyone, it's VladsBoredom and welcome to my latest vlog. And you see it, I'm here in my car and there is my dog. Medo. He's ignoring me for a bit, but that doesn't matter. Just to let you know, this is the summer vlog number 1. As you can see, I'm here, the car is fully packed and we are going to Serbia. And where are we right now? Well, we're still in Switzerland, and yeah, I'm just having a bit of trouble with the gimbal, and that's why I just started filming in the car. Otherwise I would have started already way earlier, but never mind. Let's kick it off with the trip. Follow me around. I haven't done this trip by car for over 2 years and I was really looking forward for it like a small child. I already uploaded 2 videos of the trip, but because this trip is always an awesome experience, I decided to do anyway a third one, because why shouldn't I? Anyway, let's get straight into the business. To get to Serbia from Switzerland, you got multiple routes you can take. One way is crossing Switzerland north to south, driving across the northeast of Italy, getting into Slovenia and cross northern Croatia. On top of that, Italy and Croatia got rather expensive road tolls, and Slovenia has literally one of the most expensive toll stickers in Europe with 15 euros for 1 week. Another one is the way going via Austria, Germany, again Austria, Slovenia and Croatia. That way is also rather unfavorable because Austria got 2 extra paid road tunnels on top of the obligatory toll sticker, which costs 9.50 for 10 days. So what is the remaining choice? You take the first half of the route, but you go via Hungary. The toll sticker is cheap, like 14 euros for a month, and you can easily buy it online prior your trip by credit card. Yes, it is a long route in general, but only by 100 kilometers, and in the end you have one less border crossing, so it is the most cost-effective and most comfortable option. What are you waiting for? Let's enjoy the drive. When you exit Switzerland, there is a short stretch of road in Austria where you must cross some smaller towns, which is quite well maintained and signaled. Definitely make a little break at the petrol station and get the toll sticker, and if needed, fill up the car, because the petrol and diesel are in Austria much cheaper than in Switzerland and Germany, especially on motorways. But more on that a bit later. After a quick drive through 2 tunnels, you are already in Germany. Of course, the German Autobahn is a popular spot where you can drive as fast as you wish. If you're wondering, this car can't drive faster than 180 km per hour, so we weren't chasing there like other crazy people. Fast forward to Munich. We got into a little traffic jam where most of the travelers wanted to go anyway to the German Alps and not to Austria where we were heading, so only like 10 to 15 minutes were lost there. Not a biggie, I guess. Later the same thing happened with the same lost time happened at the border between Germany and Austria, even though there is no physical border control though. I used this chance to do a suicide mission with my camera and record a bit on the outside. The traffic cleared up right after the border, and then we drove past Salzburg and decided to have a break, because from our town in Switzerland all the way to Salzburg you need around 500 kilometers and a bit more than 5 hours to get there. I think I'm going to do something dangerous right now, because I'm going up to show you a really nice view of a lake. Check this out, guys. Yes, my dear friends, this is a lake called Mondsee, yeah. And it is just right after Salzburg in Austria, and yeah, it's a bit weird. You go from Switzerland all the way to Austria, be there for a couple of kilometers, and then you go to Germany, chase there with 180 kilometers per hour, and then you end up again here in Austria. So the route is going then following up with Hungary and then ending up in Serbia. So that's the thing. As usual, the heritage trip, absolutely lovely, and now the weather is really good for end of June. It's fantastic, and just enjoying here a bit the view and having a great time. And also my dog and my mom, they're out for a walk. Gonna meet them for a couple of seconds. What can I say about this place? Well, I believe it is one of the nicer places when you go all the way to the heritage trip to Serbia. But let me tell you one thing, it's because of these Alps. Like, I mean, here everything looks so clean, no rubbish on the ground. It's absolutely wonderful. It's not like in Germany where you see lots of rubbish around and nobody keeping the infrastructure up, which is actually pretty sad. Now we're having a little break here because because my dog needs to go for a bit of poop and for a pee, while my brother, he was driving for most of the time. Then my mom took the wheel, and now I'm thinking about it, I should drive. But yeah, I'll see, because it's maybe a bit too early, but yeah, I think it's okay. Let me show you who they are. Tak gde su moji lepi? Hey! That's who they are, my mom and my dog. But yeah, I'm just trying to enjoy here a bit the time, as long as I can, because then in Hungary this will be definitely a night run, and I'm absolutely not looking forward for the traffic jam at Röszke, because every one of you who goes that route, no matter to Serbia, to Greece, to Turkey, to wherever you go, Röszke is notorious. I don't need to say a lot of things. You will definitely see it later how it looks like over there. But for now, let's enjoy those few moments and then continue the road through Austria. Now let's go back to the story about filling up. Austria has cheaper petrol and diesel, but the thing is, it is not valid on motorways. The difference between the motorway stations and the ones on the rest of the road network is insane. You pay like 40 cents more on the motorway, which makes a significant difference, especially if you drive a car with a gigantic fuel tank. My recommendation is to drive outside the motorway and try your luck. You can't go wrong with that method, and it worked for us quite well. The rest of the drive across Austria until we reach Vienna is rather unspectacular, just a few hills and 3 lanes in each direction. Back in 2018 I spent my time in Vienna for a day, as it is right in the middle of the whole trip, and I experienced the city vibes a bit, so if you'd like to check out the video, it is in the top right corner. Just after we left Vienna, you see on the right hand side a huge oil refinery. I know it is not a spectacular place, but when I was a 4-year-old toddler, I said to my parents, "Look, there's a huge petrol station." My parents mention this to me still up to this day when we pass this place. True story. A couple of wind turbines and flatlands later, there is the border between Austria and Hungary. Because we already paid the toll in advance, I didn't need to stop at the kiosks right after the border and waste more time, so we were good to go. You already see the huge difference between those two countries, but the quality of the motorways is excellent, and unlike in Austria and Switzerland, where you never know where there is a speed camera, in Hungary the speed cameras are indicated with video control signs, which is why there you better stick to the right hand lane, as there are quite a few drivers who drive way beyond 130 km per hour. Just like between Vienna and the border, the drive through Hungary is rather flat and only a bit of a hilly stretch at Tatabánya is the only variation of scenery you can see in the whole country. As it started to get dark, it became a bit more difficult to film around, and because I needed to take a break, I had to look for a rest area. But this was a bit more difficult as Hungary got only dedicated rest areas for passengers in transit and for locals, which was all in place due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. But I have no idea how strict those restrictions are nowadays in place, especially after Hungary hosted the Euro 2020 in Budapest and the stadium was full with visitors without a mask. I believe you're going to see now a bit of a difference. It is because I'm having now my phone, the S21 Plus, and I'm recording with it the vlog bit because my Canon G7X Mark II got empty, and this is not really good, isn't it? Well, anyway, I'm here currently in Hungary, close to Budapest, right between, like just at the outskirts, and I just had a break, had some really nice Pepsi over here, vanilla Pepsi, never seen this, but this is really nice, it's mental. But hey, I'm just enjoying it here myself, and then we're just going to continue the trip. Yeah, it is what it is, guys, and yeah, what can I say? I'm just here chilling as much as I can, because I've been driving now between somewhere at the somewhere just like 100 kilometers away from Vienna, or no, it was a bit less, I guess, and then all the way until here. So this was around a 300 to 350 kilometer stretch, so this is quite okay. And I'm not feeling tired yet. I'm going to have a bit of snacks and maybe a sandwich as well, and then I'm going to continue the trip. I don't know whether I'm going to be driving, but I'm certainly not going to sleep. So, fingers crossed, guys. See you in Horgos. Now, instead of taking the M0 motorway to drive around Budapest, we made a mistake and drove straight into Budapest, continuing on the M1. Now, normally during the day, this area is packed, and it is not advised to drive through the city. But because it was already at night, it was a breeze. Just follow the signs, and after crossing the Danube, just take a right turn immediately after the bridge and continue all the way straight, as it is going south. And that is the direction where the M5 is, aka the motorway going all the way to the Serbian border. Budapest is very similar to many other capitals and major cities in the neighboring countries, and even my brother said, if you were to let me out here randomly, I think that this could be instantly Serbia. I second this, and I must say the resemblance of the architecture is indeed like Belgrade and its surroundings. The journey is now almost fuss-free, with the occasional chaser who is very impatient, but at least there were no jams, and this is all the way until we reach the border between Hungary and Serbia. I dobrodošli ljudi u Srbiju, or as I would say, welcome to Serbia, ladies and gentlemen. I'm finally here, and actually the border crossing at Röske was pretty straightforward. Not even a PCR test was needed, even though it's officially needed, but they didn't ask for any, so for people who actually get one, well, it will be probably a waste of time, but well, now it's pretty laid back and relaxed, except that there is a very big queue in the back with the trucks when you leave Serbia for Hungary. So this is actually a big bummer, but other than that, well, it's not too bad. Alright guys, let's continue the journey further on, and even it's actually night, it's just 1:45, so I don't know whether you will actually see something until I get to the destination. Follow me, you will not miss anything with me. And in Serbia, the journey starts to become a bit more turbulent. Yes, there is a full-scale motorway. Yes, there is hardly any traffic, but the condition of the motorway is just awful. However, the government is renovating some sections and you must merge into one side or another, but that's where the good things end. I saw that there are some retarded drivers who just overtake you on the emergency lane because people were apparently driving too slow. even if it is signaled for 60 kilometers per hour and we were driving 80 kilometers per hour. Too bad that the cars were caught on camera so that they get exposed now. In the end, I was starting to get tired and I laid down to get some precious sleep. That's why you're not going to see Belgrade here, but I can already tell you, you're going to see it very soon anyway, as my trip is going to continue there in the next couple of days after this video gets released, so be ready for that. The final stretch between Belgrade and my village was a rather simple one, as nothing much changed over there, apart from roadworks here and there. The only major change is that the toll gate right before Niš got torn down and that every single exit in Niš got its own toll booth, which in my opinion is rather stupid because this makes the bypass around Niš paid for locals and thus being avoided. The whole journey for us in Serbia costs us 1,870 dinars or around 15.92 euros. Anyway, the sun started to rise and this is definitely the worst part of the day for me, because when you're awake for so long and then when you think about getting some sleep, you just want to die. We had a really good run, folks. Almost 1,700 kilometers in 21 hours, hardly any traffic jams. It was pretty pleasant and I really enjoyed this whole trip, and I hope that you really enjoyed it as well. And if you did, leave a thumb up because this will make me eternally happy. Also write a comment down for some feedback, as feedback is always good. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon because you surely do not want to miss any of my future videos. And also, of course, activate all the notifications. I do not want to see only personalized ones. Thank you, Benny, for being my sound engineer. Without you, this video would not have been possible. And if you out there would like to become also a supporter of my channel, just like Benny is, check out the first link in the description down below. It will lead you to my Patreon page. Would you like to stay in touch with me? My Instagram account, my TikTok account, and my Discord server, all free linked in the description down below as well. Stay tuned and I hope to see you the next time. Bye bye.